I played that nigga.
Man, you know what I'm saying? And that's why I say I'm DeAndre the branchettes, because they can't do nothing right without me. You know what I'm saying? Much of background Luigi, player two ass niggas that I'm out here.
Damn, not the player two.
Shut up. You know what I'm saying? I'm LeBron, and I'm carrying the motherfucking Cavs back to the finals. We back with another segment of Against the Grain, man. Y'all know what it is. Peep the hoodies, peep the merch. You can't buy it yet because New Money Bees does not care about the people. He does not care about the people. He still ain't gave me my $100 yet. Conversation for another day. Nick P, Will Chamberlain, and New Money Bees.
See you on it.
So, anyway, nigga, I got a question for you, man. Can I rap you real quick?
What's up?
All right, bro. So listen, real quick. So basically, you know what I'm saying? You and this, person of the opposite sex, y'all cool. That's your homegirl. Y'all been rocking for like 5 to 6 years. You know what I'm saying? Y'all rap almost every day. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe like once a week about some real deep shit. You know what I'm saying? 2-hour conversation. You know what I'm saying? So let's say this person of the opposite sex, your homegirl, gets a man. And a man start rocking out. You know what I'm saying? Real stuff, real tough. Together every night, everything like that. Now, with this situation, what do? Do you, as they materialize in their relationship, get more serious? Do you cut off the relationship? You know what I'm saying? And if you choose to cut off the relationship, do you do it? Or do you feel like the onus is on her to cut off their relationship or set those boundaries moving forward?
So let me just ask you a quick question.
All right.
Did I hit?
Wow. No, you did not hit. Okay. This is a genuine homegirl.
Strictly platonic.
Best friend.
Strictly platonic. Okay. So the way I would maneuver it, number one is I would want to befriend her boyfriend because I want him to be comfortable with who I am and really like understand, like, look, me and her, we've always been platonic. Like it ain't nothing like that going on. And I think gradually, just me, I would naturally kind of separate myself a little bit when it comes to like her and I communication. So I would be more conscious on when we communicated and how we communicated. You know what I'm saying? Because like, even though y'all platonic, it still could have been things done, based off of the way y'all communicated in the past that could have came off as like flirtatious. So now I'm going to be a lot more conscious of the type of dialogue that we're having as well. You get what I'm saying? So
can I pose an additional onset to that? Do you feel like we have the same type of relationship at that point?
Yeah, I mean, no doubt, because like the care and the appreciation is not going anywhere because that's the foundation of it. But just when it comes to the way we communicate, check this out. So let's just say, because again, we talking strictly platonic homegirl, that means that they can hit you up and you can hit them up late at night. Y'all can just rap about life shit.
How late at night? Because you got a man now. So
No. I'm saying prior to, y'all could just hit each other up late night, just kind of rap about life shit without it being anything differently. Now that she has a man, you can't do that. That's what I'm saying. You're gonna have to scale back your communication when it comes to certain hours of the time that y'all rap.
But that also changes your relationship if you can't have that type of communication.
But here's the thing,
I don't think you can have the same type of relationship.
You can, but it's gonna have to come in a different form now.
Which is a different relationship.
It's different bad though?
Not necessarily bad.
We're not saying it's positive or negative. We're just saying that dynamic change.
It's gonna have to change. It's inevitable. It has to change.
No, it doesn't have to change, but it should change. That's why we're posing the question. Does it have to change?
In my eyes, it got to.
I apologize. I just want you to shut up real quick. You was making a lot of different faces. You know what I'm saying? I need to know your input on this.
He just said, I'm still hitting her ass up.
I think it depends on the nature of the relationship. Like, if it's just like how close is the platonic friend? Like y'all like
real close.
Like y'all like even the best friends.
Yeah, real close.
If y'all that close,
how come y'all not dating? That's number one. If y'all that motherfucker close,
people can be real tight friends and not ever want to date.
Yeah,
that's a great question. I want to explore that. I want to come back to that.
But me and Will got a homegirl to where she like a sister, and we wouldn't touch that thing with a pole.
But I stick. But one, let me do this. If two people are both attracted to one another, can they keep a completely platonic relationship?
I don't think so.
Of the opposite sex.
I think at one point in time, now they may not have thought this at the same time, and they may have not acted on it. But I think at some point, either one or the other has thought about it at some point in time, or they both thought about it and they just never acted on it. But I think at some point in time, it's going to cross either one or both of their minds.
I can honestly say, looking back in the past, like, bro, like every best friend and close friend I had that was female, I was knocking down from high school all the way up. And I'm just being real, like, it's only like a couple of them to where I didn't touch. Majority of them, it was like that.
Please.
Like you
some sleazy. No, for real though, I got a lot of homegirls who like very, very dope individuals, very attractive women that I never thought about, like, even, it's like, it was almost like they fell into the sister category, like off rip. Not because of no external forces, just like, oh, it's a cool person. That, I guess as I get older, it's like I realize the importance and value of just having great friendships. So
but you're talking about the BZ of today. We're talking about the BZ of...
Hey, relax.
Okay.
of old.
I mean, I feel like I haven't, I feel like, and especially in college, I didn't feel like I had women who were like, these my road dogs. I don't feel like that's the dynamic I had with a lot of women in college. I feel like it was, I had my boys, you know what I'm saying? Now, my boys are everywhere around the country. So it's like, now I have like women I'm meeting, we networking or whatever, and it's more like, okay, that's just value this dope friendship here. I got my boys, you know what I'm saying? Like, my boys not going to switch up. I may meet some other, you know what I'm saying? I meet a guy and we networking and he become a friend. He's not, you know what I'm saying? He's not my boy. Like, we not road dogs. I can meet a chick because I don't have a circle of women who just like, we super tight. I can put her in that category. Like, okay, she's super dope. We gonna just do like this. But to Dre's point, would I cut it off? Say that dope chick, we was friends. So now I got this dope chick and she get a man. I mean, I'm to Nick's point, I'm probably gonna scale it back out of respect. Like, if it wouldn't be, like, I got some people I talk to almost every day. Like, we just something just checking on, you know, did you eat? What you got going on? What you planning? You need help with anything? Like, that kind of relationship. Or we talking about life or what we going through or what we got, whatever it is. If you're doing it daily, you may do it twice a week, 3 times a week. You're gonna scale it back in some kind of capacity because you can't be all up in, you gotta give them time to develop their shit. Otherwise, she's gonna always be comparing y'all to, which I think is healthy for a woman though. I think it's actually very, very healthy for a woman to have a strong masculine figure as a friend. So she can kind of compare, like, okay, this is my friend. This person treats me like this, and this nigga treats me like this. Is this really?
So what role does her father play? Because that's like a father role, my nigga.
I mean, and why would you be treating her a similar way as to what her boyfriend would treat her?
Now you starting to sound like the sleazy friends that I don't trust.
No, I'm not saying like a boyfriend. I'm just saying like a honorable ass friend. Like, you should have platonic friends. Y'all have platonic friends?
Yeah, but my friends are not the measuring stick to my women though.
I'm saying the measure. I'm saying as far as, so let's say you meet a woman, you got a friend. Y'all communication is very, very healthy. It's a friendly communication, but you meet a woman and your communication is like toxic. You're gonna compare just naturally to, yo, her communications, you have to have something to compare it to. You can't compare it to just, okay, my other ex treated me like this or communicated this way. You compare it to humans. But
you don't have to compare it though.
You can just think from the standpoint of your previous experience. Hey, I don't like this shit.
I'm just saying, it's in your wheelhouse. I'm saying, I'm gonna say like this. If a woman has zero healthy dynamics with males, she's not even gonna know if an unhealthy partner is unhealthy.
And she's not gonna be in a healthy relationship because ain't no man is gonna deal with a female who don't have any type of healthy blueprints of what a man looks like, because now she's not gonna respect men when
That's not true. A lot of niggas deal with chicks who don't have healthy male role models.
And it's not a healthy relationship.
How many relationships are healthy? This is not like something everybody get right. Most people get the shit wrong. So it's like,
before we deviate too far, so my premise is this, and I'll shut up and I'll let the panel talk. But bro, if my woman is not gonna have a male best friend and using this nigga as a measuring stick to how I should treat her. Because now this nigga's in control of my relationship.
Yeah, ego coming in. It's not
I
somebody
tend to agree. I tend to
This
agree.
nigga said ego. Wow.
saying measuring stick. I'm saying it's just
That's what it is.
comparative analysis, bro. Like if you, it's like being in Missouri State. A 10 in Missouri State is not a 10 in LA. I'm saying compare
What is,
to what we are exposed to. I'm saying if, let's say, I don't know how many of y'all got sisters, right? If your sister is exposed to thug niggas and niggas who abuse women, then she dates somebody who's she gonna date in comparison? Probably somebody who's abusive because that's what she's responsive to.
easy. This is such an extreme scenario because
For this reason, I'm saying we're all three upstanding individuals, 4 upstanding individuals, 3.5.
Dang, bro, how you excluding? I'm curious now.
That's
Man, he probably excluding himself.
But no, I'm saying it's valuable for a woman to have Will or Dre or Nick as a platonic friend. Like, yo, this is a dope individual. I can see what he's doing. He at least gives me a benchmark for what men in my age group are doing. If
they give you the benchmark, then she needs to date that nigga then.
that's
If
not
that's the benchmark, no.
Okay, I see Reese's perspective now. I see
No. I see what he's saying, but what I'm saying is, bro, like you should have other role models. Like again, there should be other role models within that individual's life. Now, if it's like a last resort, if you ain't got no type of males in your life, and your best friend's like a brother, best friend, whatever you want to call them, and that's a role model to you, okay, fine. But just quite naturally, if just off rip, regardless, like if you bypassing your cousins, your brothers, if you got any, your father, if you got any, like if you bypassing all them and using him as a standard, bro, then I have to, I guess, measure up to. I'm not gonna deal with it.
the sole standard, but you also have to realize that everybody's not on the same tier. I'm saying if you're a high tier individual, when you want, she's gonna look at that off nature. Like if her best friend is doing time, like paid time for murdering nigga, like I don't know, bro. Like it's just relative. I don't know how to really describe it other than that. Like would you want to? Okay, I'm gonna be like this. Would you want to date a chick if all her friends were hoes?
No.
She's not a hoe.
Birds of a feather.
All right then. So it works the same way. Income, like it's exposure. At the end of the day, everybody here knows a great woman whose friends were a little bit left, and that tainted her a little bit. She was dope on her own individually, but because she was exposed to something else, she went that way.
Okay, let me ask you this. At what point, let's just say we can roll with that scenario. This nigga the measuring stick, whatever. At what point does it transition from him being the example to her guy finally being the example?
It's up to the guy. I mean, I don't know. I'm saying I've known women personally who like, yo, you dope. It's like, I don't know how to describe it, bro. I talk to a lot of women. I have a lot of platonic women friends, and they talk to me about like the market of like men. We don't realize the market of men because we're all who we are. We just think, we don't think everybody is like us, but we just assume at least half, right? You're like, oh, at least half, but it's not half, bro. It's like you're 1 of 5, 1 of 6, 1 of 10, 1 of 20. So like they deal with 1 of you and 19 other niggas that's raggedy. That's the market for women out here. So it's like, it's not even close. I'm saying it's very, very valuable to have Nick in your corner saying, yo, Nick, I met this guy. What do you think? That's very, very valuable for a lot of women because they don't have a Nick. They don't have a Dre. They don't have a Will. That's what I'm saying. So I'm saying to some degree, I'm a pull back, but I'm going to still be at least like, yo, I'm still here for you. If you need anything, you got to throw some shit off me. Like, yo, I'm still here as a friend, but I'm not going to be all in your shit because I want y'all to develop something, but I'm going to still be here in support just in case you need, support.
So I feel that. I like that one. I like that example, BZ. You did great on that one. The first, like the ones before that, you did a terrible job. That one I can say okay to.
Going in though, I'm looking at like us, like not just like a random nigga, like okay, that nigga trash and he's trying to get with her. So I'm like, yo, like you would feel better if you knew her best friend's an upstanding individual. If you're an upstanding dude, like okay, that means she don't have a healthy dynamic with men because she's not gonna be, too crazy. That's good.
You had me and lost me at the same time. But I get
the nigga always do this shit, bro.
No, facts. It's a BZism. And
we
that's
get
a
the
real
premise.
world. That's a real world. If I may, Will, same prompt, same question. How do you respond? You know what I'm saying? You got your female significant other, not even significant other, the platonic best friend. She got a man, they rocking strong, they leaning towards, advancing things, maybe they moving towards shacking up and things like that. What do you do? How do you play it?
I mean, you got to think of it from the standpoint of if the shoe was on the other foot, how would you want it to be? Like, how would you feel about your girl and her male best friend? Like, you have to put yourself in the other person's shoes. So, of course, you're going to have to change the dynamic. You have to be conscious of how you communicate, what you say when you communicate, and how it may be perceived. Like, because you have to think about not only her, but now you have to respect him as well. Because if you respect her, you'll respect him.
Jules.
I don't have to respect him, but I get what you said. I should respect him.
You should.
I should say you have to, but I say if you respect her, you'll respect him.
I'm trusting her judgment that she would pick somebody quality, but what if she doesn't?
That's my spin-off question.
Now, if she doesn't,
What do you do? This is your female best friend, and
which has happened before too. That's happened before too.
You gotta let her know she fucking up.
he's not.
Oh, you can't do that.
yeah,
You
you just have to be there in support. Like, you can't really like get in the middle of it.
Nick,
But you just got to be there for support. If she needs somebody to talk to, listen, shut the fuck up.
But if you're talking, I'm gonna give you a response. So my response to whatever said situation is, yo, you fucking up, and that's what I'm gonna let you know. So don't come to me unless you want my opinion on it.
Listen, all right. So I'm gonna go with this, Nick, because I think you kind of infringed upon the code that we built upon in the first segment. On the road, this pie's code. Don't road this pie code. But what I'm saying, what I think you're saying is that you're gonna answer her inquiries about things that she's messing up in. We're not necessarily down in the man that she's with, unless in extreme cases where he like we putting his hands on her, doing some crazy stuff. That's where you can down him. But like if you just like he got a text one time at like 12 o'clock and you just going crazy on him, I'm assuming you're not on that bandwagon.
Bro, no, see, here's the thing. I'm not gonna be on that because we've all been in that position before. You get what I'm saying? But nonetheless, all I'm saying is I'm just gonna deliver you the truth whenever you come to me, whatever the truth is. So to keep your example, right? If bro get a text at midnight, if she comes to me, hey, he got a text this late at night, I'm like, listen, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna lean towards his side. I'm gonna lean towards bro's side. That's what we do. We're gonna lean towards bro's side. Now, if bro continues to give himself his own rope to continue to hang with, I mean, bro, I can only try to, you know what I'm saying, support you for so long, my nigga, until 2 + 2 not equaling 4 no more.
Yeah, go. We're not trying to big up down. We're not bigging up bad behavior.
Yeah.
But we're not dirty Mac. We're not gonna be like, this dude is a flaw. He this and that. We're not gonna call him outside of his name unless in extreme cases where it's warranted. More often than not, we're gonna speak to where did you lapse in judgment as far as selecting this individual, and what did you do in those situations?
Absolutely.
That wasn't optimal. Like most of my conversations,
you're gonna deliver the truth.
Or gonna be geared towards her actions and what is she doing in order to pick these people who aren't ideal, not necessarily speaking on the infractions of the said man.
You never want to necessarily speak on that man.
In which I just want to throw this out here. It might be a controversial statement. I'm gonna do it. A lot of times, because I got female friends. A lot of times, whenever they telling me about their guy situations, a lot of times they tell me about their guy situation and they telling me what's gonna transpire. I don't feel bad for you because I'm like, yo, like you knew that you shouldn't be selecting this individual to begin with.
Look, a lot of times a woman asks you about a dude, she just wanted to hear from your perspective to see what you're gonna say. That's why I always ask a question. Like you gonna say something, I'm gonna ask you something in response to get you talking about which you're like, wait a minute, I ain't think about it like that. So you gonna come to your own conclusion. I'm not gonna say, yo, dude, tripping. I'm gonna say, well, what do you think about boom, 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 boom? And she's gonna be like, well, now that you say that, this happened. This, I'm like, so what? Why are you attracting that? Like, is that what you like? I'm gonna get you come your own. I'm not gonna tell you directly unless you ask me like, yo, I had some chicks come to me like, yo, I know you can give me advice, but I just want to hear it straight up. Now, if she comes to you like that, it's do or die time for her. Yo, I need straight up, like, just tell me what this is. I'm like,
yo, but you know what? A lot of times people will come to you with a question and they already know the answer to it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, again, like if you ask me for a reason. What the fuck do you think? Why are we wasting our time right now?
It's the affirmation theory. It's like when you put on a fit and you know it's heat, you walk by the mirror a couple times, but you're gonna come. Maybe you're gonna go out and be like, hey, bro, you know how this look? And they be like, I'm gonna fucking slap. You're like, okay, cool. I'm affirmed that this is the correct decision.
I'm like,
More often than not, you probably know that it's already.
Happens all the time, actually.
Nah, facts. We've all done it. But you need that affirmation. That's more often than not what a woman is doing when she's venting. Like she know this person is not of high character or quality, but you need that affirmation to be like, this is what like my spirit is telling me, but I need something else, the external source besides myself to tell me. But what you can't do, men, without giving too much game, because it's like the Steve Harvey thing, like a man thing. We ain't doing that. We ain't giving out no free game, ain't no free Randy. But what you can do is, as BG said, let her deduct what's going on herself. We're not throwing no man under the bus.
it's already, you ain't got to put it on too quick. It's all, you got to put, it's like a little bit of poop, and she gonna, you know what she right.
You're gonna answer your own question, right? You're gonna be like, oh, so what do you do in this situation? How does that make you feel? Okay, but boom, has that happened before? Oh, did you allow that? Maybe you're enabling some of this behavior. What are you doing in conjunction with these flawed actions that make this a repeated measure in your relationship? You know what I'm saying? When you break down like that, I ain't talking bad at dude. I don't even know dude. I don't want to know dude. But we're just talking about your actions.
Be here. Odds are, she gonna still be here. She gotta know what she's doing in that situation to attract that kind of person. So I ain't gonna dirty like, dude, he may get better, but she gotta know what she's doing and know what she's allowing to happen.
Exactly. Man, and we need a female guest on the pod. That's coming soon. We're gonna hit them with these same questions and we're gonna figure out what's going on, man. It's gonna be a riveting dialogue, but we're gonna get back into it, honestly. But Cream Team Bean, don't ask him why his name is. Don't ask him why his name is Wilt Chamberlain either. We're not gonna get into none of these discussions or allegations. All we're gonna do is tell them where to find us, man.
Hey, first, before I do that, I want to give a quick shout out to the Kobe in the back, Dre on your side, to the big homie Pop. You know what I'm saying?
2 goats.
But make sure y'all go ahead and go to that.
3 goats. My bad.
Dang, big money in the background.
Big money bees in the back.
Real background there, Nick.
Man.
Pull that.
Nigga, what's that flashing?
Man, what picture do you have up, bro?
Yeah.
It's a collage, my nigga. It's a collage.
Oh, we can't see it anyway. It's black.
Real collage. All right, go ahead.
Make sure y'all go to the YouTube page. You know what I'm saying? Like and subscribe, leave some comments. And then go over to Facebook, Twitter, and IG and follow us at ATG Pod 3.
Yeah.
I know what it is.